Working on this bracket for the pitot tube. It was a little bit flimsy in here. It had been bent up a little bit. So I just fabricated a doubler for it to go on the outside. I decided I was going to put some nut zerts in it for some number 4 screws. So I went and got the pitot tube itself to make sure that number 4 screws would work on it, make sure that the holes here, mounting holes, were small enough for number 4 screws to work, and they'll work fine. So I wanted to put some nut zerts in there because the holes were pretty well hogged out from sheet metal screws over time. Well, anyway, I reamed the holes out, and these number 4 nut zerts take a 3/16 hole to insert them in it. Well, anyway, I reamed those holes out. I put the doubler on there and then matched the holes up to it. I used a hole punch to punch this hole in here, and then I just put a couple of number 3 rivets in there. Used my hand riveter to put a couple number 3 rivets in there to hold that on. These nut zerts act as a rivet to hold it on to the bottom down here. So I've just got a little hand tool for setting the nut zerts for the number 4s. I've got a regular thread zert tool for the bigger ones, 6s and above. So anyway, I've got number 4 nut zerts in there, and I think that should match up, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it's going to match up just fine. These holes are for number 6 screws, so maybe even number 8s, I don't know. Anyway, they're a little bit big, so there's enough maneuvering around in there, but it looks like they match up just fine. Oh, anyway, that is, I think, ready to go on there now. Now, sometimes these nut zerts, thread zerts, will spin. They don't, if they're not keyed, they'll turn in here once you put a screw in and tighten it up, especially if you over tighten it or get it cross threaded or something like that, or they've been in there a while and stainless steel on stainless steel, they'll gall. But what I like to do on them is I use Loctite in there. I just put a little bit of that around the thread zert when I stick it in there and squeeze it tight, and that helps hold them pretty good. I haven't really had a problem with them on any of them that I put that in there on. So that thing is ready to go on there now. That is the last of the peripheral items that go on the wing. I still need to run my cables back through there, the pitot line, pitot static lines, the cables, stuff like that. But that's all the hardware that goes on there. Well, I'll get that mounted up there. Wife just come to get me and told me it's late, so I better go down to the house, have some dinner, I guess, and maybe I'll come back up later.